Hi, my name's Nicole Webb and I am the debut author of memoir China Blonde, which is out now. You may have seen it around. This is the story of how I went from being a television newsreader in Sydney to a mum in the middle of China. Now, you may well ask how and why I ended up living in a city of 9 million in central China, a place where very few other Westerners lived and very little English was spoken. Trust me, I've asked myself this a number of times since. Well, it all started with a blind date. Yep, before the magic of Tinder and Bumble, we relied on friends of friends of friends of friends and word of mouth. So despite my initial reluctance, this is how I came to meet the hotelier, who would end up being my future husband. Now, he was a Brit who'd backpacked his way down under, largely, I suspect, based on Home and Away and the beautiful beaches and babes that were showcased. But let's cut to the chase. 2010, after working tirelessly for 20 years as a journalist, I decided to quit my job as a newsreader and do that thing called carpe diem, and we all moved to Hong Kong. Little did I know, yes, I say we all, I was also pregnant. So you can probably imagine going from a career girl, who I might add drove a convertible Mini, to living in the middle of Asia, no family, no friends, no job, no home, and no car, and a baby on the way was a bit of a shock to the system. I was completely out of my comfort zone, as we all are when we move, houses, cities, states, countries. Eventually, though, I learned the art of reinvention with a little help and settled nicely into Hong Kong, where we lived for 4 years. But no sooner had our love affair with Hong Kong began, China was on the radar, and the city of Xi'an, one of China's most ancient cities, the capital of 13 dynasties, home of the terracotta warriors, was to be our new home. And just saying that still gives me goosebumps. By then, our small person was 3.5, and I can still remember the first day we arrived and stepped out of the hotel we were living in. My heart was in my mouth. That great divide between Hong Kong and China seemed very real. Stepping outside, we were the Waiguoren, the white people with the fair hair, the fair skin and the fair eyes, and everyone wanted to look at us. People were taking photos, crowding around us, touching us, pulling Ava's hair. Somebody even picked Ava up and hoisted her on his shoulders. So it was a little terrifying, but nonetheless, we came to settle in China. We made some amazing friendships with the strength of kryptonite. Our marriage went from strength to strength under a lot of pressure though, and we certainly found out that sense of humor is key. I had to look at who I was when everything was stripped bare again, and my identity was all but lost. But this is not just my personal story, it's about those who walked along the journey with us, including the locals who really embraced us. All too often we hear about China's burgeoning economy and the political state of the country. But I wanted to take you deeper than that in China Blonde and help you understand this nation of 1.4 billion people, the Middle Kingdom, which is swiftly taking center stage more than ever before. So I do hope you'll join me on the journey for some laughs, some tears, some entertainment, and some great insight.